guys, welcome out to my messy shop. Today we have been working on a Poulan Pro push mower, and I really like this mower. It feels fantastic. Just the feel of it, pushing it around is really nice. And when I picked it up, it wasn't running, obviously. That's why we brought it into the shop, right? That's what we do here. And I started checking a few things and filmed a little bit and then lost all the footage. So what we are at right now is we had spark and we have fuel. We had good fuel. And the spark plug was getting a little bit wet. And we knew that we were getting fuel and everything in there. And the one thing that we were missing out of the firing process was the combustion, we think. And we had tried to use the little compression tester right here on the spark plug area. That thing's from Harbor Freight and it's not the best. And from what I could tell is I was not getting enough compression. So I started looking, and you guys can see right here that a lot of this head gasket is still on here. And when I was looking at it, this thing was not in very good condition. It was coming apart on that one side. So I think we were having an issue with the head gasket. So what I did was obviously ordered a brand new gasket. That is where we are at right now. We got to get this all cleaned up, get the cylinder head all cleaned up as well, and that is right over here. So we got to get this guy cleaned up. You guys can see that right there. We've already checked the valves. I checked the valve lash as well and got that reset. I think the exhaust was 8 thousandths, and then this was 6, something like that. But I got it reset, and we used a set of feeler gauges for that, and so we know we're good on the valve lash. Still wasn't firing over. That's why we started looking at the cylinder. So we're gonna go ahead and put a new gasket on there, and hopefully this thing runs. So the way that I'm gonna be cleaning this is just with like an angle grinder, and yeah, is that what this thing's called? I think so. And we're just gonna go over it really lightly. We don't want to do any kind of hardcore grinding on here. We're just trying to remove the material that's still stuck on it. As you guys can tell, is actually shiny now, and that's perfect. So the gasket will make up for any kind of indifference that we've just made there. I mean, this is just a lawnmower, this is not going to be a big issue with that. And we need to go ahead and clean the cylinder out real quick from any debris that had just flown in there. You guys can see I got some debris on there. So we're just gonna wipe that out real quick. And we'll go ahead and circulate this. Get all that gunk off of there. And just clean that up one more time just to make sure that we don't have anything going back in there. And the piston looks good, so put those in like so. And then we got the cylinder head. This is where it's going to get tricky, fellas. So what we'll do is we'll just take these out, and we'll go ahead and get the bolts put in. So we can get this started being mounted. And there are specs on how tight you want these things. We're gonna go finger tight. And then we're gonna get the torque wrench out and tighten it up. Alright, where are my push rods? Here they are. We're going to go ahead and put them in. Alright, so that one's seated. That one did not. There it is. Now it's seated. Alright, so we're going with 11 foot-pounds. We're just going to go crisscross pattern. And that's it. We got the head gasket on. So we're almost on the final few pieces. We're getting the cover back on so that we can actually pull the handle and test it to see if it's working. Alright, so we should have fuel now. Let's see what's gonna happen. That doesn't sound. Alright, so let me give it. The spark plug is on. I want to make sure that I don't forget about that. Alright, so it's not doing anything still. I'm hoping that we can get it to start running. I might actually keep this one and sell the self-propelled one that I have. Alright. The boot is back on. Let's try it again. Aha, there we go. Ooh, that's really weak. Alright guys, so I went ahead and tried to look into the carburetor, and the carburetor looks clean. I've washed off the outside so that the throttle could work a little bit better, and but I'm pretty confident that it's not the carburetor that's causing an issue. It may actually be a sealing issue between the air box and the primer bulb and this little gasket right here, because when I took this off, I didn't even have any fluid in here anywhere. This was completely dry. So we're gonna go ahead and just put it back together and see again if we can get it to start. Alright, so we got the carburetor all back on. We got the air box on. And we're just going to try it again and see what happens. This one might be postponed for a different day if we can't get it running. And I'll have to look at it again. I think the seal for priming it to getting it into the actual engine is not very good. Let me make sure I still got that. Yeah, that's all still attached. Something's just not jiving with the fuel now. Alright, we'll do one last thing. We'll go ahead and pull the spark plug again. We'll add a little bit of fuel and just make sure that it'll actually run. Just so you guys can see it run. And then, because that's not even really wet. Alright, so we got some fuel in there now. I want to get it to at least fire over. Run for a quick second. Die down. Then we know that it's just the fuel issue getting to the spark plug now. Alright, hopefully it'll run and crank over where you guys can see it. Alright, cross your fingers, guys. Alright guys, so we know what it's going to be now. It's going to be either the seal or that primer bulb. So now I got to look at maybe getting some more parts. So we got the compression now to make this thing run, replacing that head gasket. Thanks guys for joining me today. We got to get some parts now to get this thing finished up so we can get it mowing some yards. Thanks guys for stopping by and watching, just tinker on this little mower. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Thanks guys for watching. If you guys are new, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you on the next video.